these people. They are ready to go. Ready to go. Because Super Bowl is tomorrow. The weekend is here. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Good Morning Football at the Super Bowl, presented by Mitsubishi Motors. I'm Colleen Wolfe. This is Steve Smith Sr.
Hey, good morning.
Let's hear it, everybody. Steve Smith Sr. There we go. All right, cool. Wake up. We got Michael Robinson in the house.
Grand rising to you this morning.
And Mike Garafolo.
How about these people? How about these people?
Great crowd. I love it. You guys at home, you can be part of this too. Make sure you tweet us, hashtag GMFB. All right, look, we are one day away from the Super Bowl. Finally, it's going to be here. It was a hectic week, busy week for both teams, for the Patriots and the Rams. Look, you got families coming in, you're doing interviews, you have all sorts of logistics on top of actually preparing for the game. New England going through their sixth Super Bowl title, going for their sixth Super Bowl title in the last 18 years, which is so crazy to think about, while LA, they're trying for just their second in franchise history. And if they want to hoist that trophy, they got to stop this guy.
Going into this game against the best D-line in football is a big challenge, and that's what these games are all about. They're big challenges, and they're very difficult to win. Everyone's going to have to play well, not just offensive line, but we've all got to do our job, and we've been talking about it for 11 days, and we're talking right about it right up until game time, and it starts with those guys up front.
So it's the day before the Super Bowl. Take me through this, guys. I mean, how difficult is it to fall asleep that night? What's the whole day like before?
Well, for me, you actually can fall asleep because you're getting so hyped. You have so much anticipation. You actually start to, if you can kind of, as Mike Rob says, find that zen. You center yourself and really just decide, hey, it is the biggest game, but it's still a football game. And I've been here before. I've never been in the Super Bowl, or I have been in the Super Bowl, but it is a game. And so take that perspective, allow the game not to be bigger than itself, and I think you'll be able to quiet the storm before it comes, because you don't want to get too hyped before the kickoff.
Yeah, this is the calm before the storm, Steve. I think you hit right on it. I know for me, I just wanted to go over every little note that I had, every little small point that I knew that was going to help us win this game and help me do my job effectively. So, yeah, man, I just sat in the room. I kind of cut the TV off, read a couple books, man. It was just getting real calm and centered, because when we get to that stadium, man, it's game time. It's ready to go.
And if you're a coach, you're a head coach, this is the night that you dream of when you think about some of the great speeches that you're going to give your team. And I remember covering a couple of teams in the past, Bill Belichick being one of them when they faced the Eagles the first time in the Super Bowl. He had gotten a copy of the planned parade route in Philly. Now, granted, the Eagles didn't do this. The city of Philadelphia had done this, because you've got to be ready to hold a parade. Every city pretty much does it, but for some reason this one got out. I think they had written it or whatever, and so Belichick read the parade route to the team, saying, okay, it's going to go up the parkway, then it's going to turn left. They're going to come over.
That adversity.
Basically, exactly.
And that worked out well.
This team has done a great job of creating that adversary. Another team I covered, Tom Coughlin, when they played the Patriots the second time in the Super Bowl, he told the team that night, I love you guys. And to hear it from that guy who had been so strict and so stern, I remember the response from that team. So if I could be inside these meeting rooms tonight to listen to these speeches tonight, I would love to hear that, just to see these guys getting them ready for the game the next day.
Andy Nesbitt on USA Today had an article where he asked a bunch of the guys like what their night before is like, what their day before. So Julian Edelman, he likes to meditate. He takes a little melatonin cherry juice and then just like goes to bed by 9 o'clock, right? I was like, Mike Rob's going to love that. Then Philip Dorsett, he has chocolate ice cream. So since college, he's had ice cream the night before every single game. Hey, that's a different one. That's cool. You got to stick with it. And Dante Hightower, he plays Fortnite. He brought his entire gaming system with him.
He brought all the Fortnite games.
Why not?
I haven't jumped on the Fortnite craze, so Twitter, help me out.
Are you a big gamer?
No, I'm not. My kids are, but I'm not. No, I like real life.
Yeah. You got to play that one as well. So let's go out to our reporters. They've been crushing it all week long. Aditi Kinkhabwala is with the Patriots. Omar Ruiz with the Rams. All right, Aditi, I'm going to start with you. What are the Pats doing to get ready today?
Well, in about 90 minutes from now, we will see a caravan of buses come this way. All of the Patriots players, Patriots staffers, and the families will be headed to the stadium. They'll get the lay of the land. The players will figure out where the locker room is, put on their uniforms, take pictures, hang out with their families. No official football work. But the truth is, Colleen, there's not been a lot of football work on the field this week. The Patriots didn't get into pads at all. They went through a walkthrough on Thursday, which is almost unheard of. Part of that is because there's only 3 guys expected to start Sunday who've never started in a Super Bowl for the Patriots before. This is an experienced team. It's an extremely healthy team. Everybody is a full participant. And as Bill Belichick said, we are ready. Now let's go to Omar Ruiz, who'll give us the latest on what the Rams are doing today.
Good morning, Aditi. It's like it's Groundhog's Day around here. Another beautiful day in Buckhead, a day after it was beautiful up in Flowery Branch, where the Rams concluded their work for the week on the grass fields at the Falcons practice facility. Sean McVay saying the team is as healthy as can be. Kicker Greg Zuerlein, who's been battling a foot injury to his non-kicking leg the past couple of weeks, concluded practice with 7 field goal attempts, 4 kickoffs. McVay saying he's 100% and he is off the injury report, as is Blake Countess, a backup member of the secondary who did not practice Wednesday, was limited Thursday, and was a full go on Friday. Sean McVay saying as much respect as they have for the Patriots, their expectation is to go in tomorrow and win the football game. It is a confidence that has been earned not only with their work this week, but really throughout the year. As for today, they too will go to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, will spend time with their families, keeping things in perspective. C.J. Anderson telling me as important as that football game is tomorrow, spending time with their families the night before, truly keeping things in perspective as a reminder as they go into what may be the biggest game of their lives tomorrow.
Biggest game of their lives for sure. Omar Aditi, thank you so much. And look, when you look at these teams, they were built for this. Both of them, the Patriots and the Rams, they've been put together pretty similarly, too. Wow. 22 of New England's players were drafted, 25 for L.A., and the Pats have acquired 7 guys via trade, 5 for the Rams. We talked so much about it in the offseason, how the Rams sort of won the offseason, bringing in all of these big-name guys, these big personalities.
They all contributed in a big way to get them here to, for this game tomorrow.
And the big question was, are they going to mesh, and how will they kind of get along and contribute to this defense? You have Ndamukong Suh, you have Aqib Talib, and Wade Phillips, I think, did such a great job. That is such a testament to him, the way that this kind of whole team and all of the personalities, especially on the defense, went together.
It just kind of really shows you that people have all these questions. People, you know, I guess we're the part of the media, and you say,
we are, Steve.
You know, how is this going to work? Well, people kind of forget, and they take the onus off of the coaches, right? They talk about, oh, the coaches this and the coaches that. You got to understand that players really look for their coaches as guidance. But a player also will sniff out the BS.
Yep.
And if you are BS, and if you are full of it, I don't care how much money you're getting paid, you go, I've heard that story before.
Right.
I've seen that. You play college ball. They all are motivational speakers. Sometimes you don't need motivation. You just need realness. You need relatability. You need somebody to sit down and say, how are you doing? Mm-hmm. In my 16-year career, there are some coaches. Coach Rivera is one of them. Coach Harbaugh is one of them, where I get text messages Father's Day. And then there's other coaches that after 4 or 5 years, I've never heard from them. They've never heard from me. I see them on teams, and I keep it moving because they're unrelatable. They use it just as a business.
Right.
This is more than a business. I am sometimes been in a locker room and on the road more with a coach than my family. You know, one of my receivers coaches, Bobby Ingram, who I speak to at least once or twice a month.
I got
you know?
Yeah, there you go.
But you know what I'm saying? It's just like
Penn State.
they don't do that enough. And when you have guys that do that, Kamar Aiken, a former teammate of mine, said when he played on another team, Tom Brady still walked up to him to say hello. And everything you think about Tom Brady, he's not that. Mm-hmm. He keeps a count of certain guys that he remembers, and you have to be that way.
And one of the things related to that, and I think it's a testament to Sean McVay.
Yep.
We talk about his genius and all that stuff. It's also a lot of humility and a lot of willingness to listen to the players as well. C.J. Anderson was telling me the other day, he's like, I've only been here for a couple of weeks, but I'm suggesting stuff to him either during the week or during during the game. He says, yeah, it's a great idea. I think we're going to do that. I think we'll incorporate that stuff. I mean, you've got to have a willingness to listen to your guys. So I think that helps.
That's the key.
Because these guys have big personalities, and they've been around. They're going to suggest what they want to see.
Right, and that's the thing that I always hear over and over again about McVay is that he listens to his players. Like, that is one thing that I think people get away from, and they just want to talk and talk and talk. And it's like when a coach or whoever listens to you, that's when you get that connection. And you can see that with him and all of his players. So we will see how that works out in the actual game. But coming up, we got stars becoming legends.